Good afternoon, students. Welcome to SBR online class. Today we continue with the tissues chapter. The next part in tissues, that one is complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissue. Before starting this one, just recall that last class there we already completed about the meristematic as well as simple permanent tissue. First, see here, meristematic. These meristematic tissues are three types: apical, second one intercalary meristem, second one intercalary meristem, and third one lateral meristem. Okay, these are the three types of meristematic tissue. Then second one, in plant tissues there are mainly two types. One is meristematic, another one permanent. In permanent again two types. One is simple permanent and another one is this complex permanent. Here simple permanent tissue. Okay, in simple permanent tissue there are again three types. Simple permanent tissue again three types. One is parenchyma, that I write here. One is parenchyma. Second one is collenchyma, and third one is sclerenchyma. Third one is sclerenchyma. Here this is about two types. One is bulbous and sclerous. This is about what? Simple permanent tissue. Okay, these are the three types of simple permanent tissue. Then after this, another two are there that we call protective tissues. Yesterday we discussed about that protective tissues. Again, these protective tissues are two types. One is called epidermis. One is called epidermis and another one is called core. See, these are the main two types of protective tissue. The mainly about this one is tissues, meristematic, permanent. Meristematic we completed already, apical, intercalary, lateral. Just apical meristem where it is present, root and shoot. Shoot is nothing but as in stem part. Intercalary, base of the leaf. Intercalary, base of the leaf. Then lateral, sideways. If it is a stem, here sideways, this lateral meristem is present, and this helps for weight and girth. Width and girth. Apical meristem increasing in the length, This is about meristematic tissue. And in parenchyma, yesterday we discussed about parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. In parenchyma again there are two types. One is called fluorenchyma and another one is called parenchyma. When we call fluorenchyma and when we call parenchyma, fluorenchyma means it is a type of parenchyma only, where in some time in parenchyma tissue the cells that are filled by that contain chlorophyll. When that contain chlorophyll, okay, at that time with the help of that chlorophyll that is able to perform a process that is called photosynthesis. That one is called photosynthesis. What is meant by photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process where plants will prepare their own food. When that one is able, when this chlorophyll is present, why? Because this chlorophyll helps to absorb sunlight. Why? Because sunlight is the main energy source for the process of photosynthesis in plants. Such are known as parenchyma. In some times, especially in aquatic plants that contain large air cavities. These are filled by gas or filled by air. Such tissues, such cells are called as parenchyma. What is the role of this parenchyma? Chlorenchyma helps to perform photosynthesis. Parenchyma helps for aquatic plant for floating. This is about parenchyma and chlorenchyma are the types of parenchyma. Then second one, collenchyma. Collenchyma in a plant that one helps for the process of flexibility, that provides the flexibility. Which one? Collenchyma. Or same in the way parenchyma, there are two types: chlorenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma. Then sclerenchyma. In sclerenchyma, again there are two types. One we call fibers and sclerotids. Thin cell, thick cell, thick cell wall. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. In collenchyma, cell wall is made up of cellulose as well as pectin. And in sclerenchyma, cell wall is made up of lignin. Thin, thick cellulose, pectin, and lignin. Soft tissue, it is also soft. This one is hard. Why it is soft? Here, intercellular space is present in parenchyma. Why intercellular space present in parenchyma? Because of cells are loosely packaged in tissues. Same in the way in collenchyma also, cells are loosely packaged. But here in collenchyma, a little intercellular space is present. But in sclerenchyma, that sclerenchyma tissue is very hard in structure because of what? Cells are tightly packed, compactly arranged inside the tissue. Because of that reason, there is no intercellular space in sclerenchyma. And also, with the cell wall is made up of which component? That one is lignin. That lignin acts as a cement. Lignin that acts as a cement. So this is about parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma is a type of simple permanent tissue. Now after this, there we have complex permanent tissue. In complex permanent tissue, again there are two types. In complex permanent tissue, again there are two types. Which two types? First one is known as xylem. Second one is known as phloem. Two types, xylem and phloem. This xylem is known as water conducting tissue. Xylem is known as which tissue? Water conducting tissue. Phloem is known as food conducting tissue. Food conducting tissue. And these complex permanent tissues are completely different from simple permanent tissue. But because these two types of complex permanent tissue that mainly helps for the process of transportation. Helps for the process of transportation in plants. Transportation in plants means it transports what? Water and minerals. Along with it also helps to transport food material. It also helps to transport food materials. Because of that reason, these complex permanent tissue. Xylem and phloem are known as vascular bundles. These are known as what? Vascular bundles. Vascular bundles means which one? Vascular bundles are nothing but as this xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Don't get confused. Xylem is a water conducting tissue and phloem is a food conducting tissue. Means if suppose we'll ask a question, what? In plants, which part means in plants, which one helps to transport water and which one helps to transport food? If you will ask which one helps to transport, which tissue that helps for transportation in plant? Water. Which one? Water conducting tissue. Which one? Xylem. Food conducting tissue? Phloem. So phloem helps to conduct the food and xylem helps to conduct the water and minerals. So these are known as this complex permanent tissue that mainly help for transportation in plants. Which type of transportation? Water and minerals, food and materials. Water and minerals by xylem, food and food materials are by phloem. So these are known as vascular bundles. And xylem water conducting tissue, phloem food conducting tissue. Now, because of the presence of xylem and phloem, the transportation that takes place in every plant, and this transportation is a very essential process in plants. Plants they need this transportation process. Okay, because of that reason, this xylem and phloem is present in plant body. Now, here xylem is made up of four types of components. One is called tracheates. Xylem is made up of four types of components. That first one is called tracheates, second one vessels, third one xylem parenchyma. See again, I am saying the word parenchyma. Parenchyma is a type of which type of tissue? Simple permanent tissue. Xylem parenchyma, and fourth one is xylem fibers. So these are the types of four components present in xylem. Then next four components present in phloem. Same in the way how this xylem contains four components like first one tracheates, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Same in the way phloem also contains four types of elements. Which four types of elements are present in phloem? First one is the sieve tubes. First one is which one? Sieve tubes. Second one companion cells. Companion cells. Third one same in the way like third one in xylem parenchyma. In phloem it is also known as phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma, and in xylem fourth one xylem fibers. Same in the way in fourth in phloem fourth one phloem fibers. See, this is about the components of the xylem. Components, okay. Components of the xylem, and these are known as components of the phloem. Phloem components are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. In xylem, that also contain four components: tracheates, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Don't get confused here. Here four, here four. Xylem contains four components, phloem contains four components. Now observe in xylem, third and fourth one. Now observe in phloem also, third and fourth one. Third one in xylem parenchyma. In phloem parenchyma. Fourth one in xylem fibers. In phloem, fourth one phloem fibers. Means last two in both are almost same, but first two in xylem, that one is tracheates and vessels, and in phloem, sieve tubes and companion cells are different. In xylem, this tracheates and in xylem, these tracheates and vessels helps to conduct the water. These two tissue helps to conduct the water. Same in the way, first two in phloem. First two in phloem, which one? Sieve tubes and companion cells helps to conduct the food. Means that helps to transport the water, and here these two helps to transport the food. Because of that reason, transportation that takes place in plants with the help of complex permanent tissue, two types: xylem, water conducting tissue; phloem, food conducting tissue. Now, this is about what? Xylem components. This is about phloem components. In textbook, in page number 73, there you have a diagram of xylem fibers, xylem tracheates, vessels, and xylem parenchyma. Also, there we have a diagram of section of a phloem, means sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Now I will draw this one, okay? Now I will draw the diagram of these two. Then with the help of that diagram, again I will explain the process of transportation in plants. One is water conducting tissue, another one food conducting tissue. First one, see the diagram. Then observe the diagram. This is the diagram of tracheates. Tracheate is present in xylem or phloem. This tracheate is present in xylem. Tracheate present in where? Tracheates present in xylem. See, this is the structure of tracheates. Here, these tracheates contain a pits. It contains a pits. Pits are nothing but as large holes. Large holes. The structure how it is? Long, elongated. Which one? Tracheates are long, elongated. Then next one. The another. This one is tracheae. Now vessels. See, this is the structure of vessels. Again, vessels are present in xylem or phloem. These vessels are also present in where? Xylem. Xylem is known as water conducting tissue. This is the structure of vessels. This is the structure of vessels. Here, this vessels, it is also contains a pits. Pits are nothing but as a small, large holes are present. Here, these pits are also present in vessels. Starting only I said, in xylem, with the help of two components that helps to transport the water. Which two components? First two components, tracheates and vessels, both are help for conduction of water in plant. Okay. Now, third one, xylem parenchyma. The structure of xylem parenchyma. This is the structure of xylem parenchyma. Little bit flat, elongated structure. Here it contains a nucleus and here it also contains cytoplasm. This one is called nucleus. This one is called cytoplasm, tissue fluid. Cytoplasm. cytoplasm. This is the structure of xylem parenchyma. Now, take it. These are the structure of pits. Now, observe the diagram carefully. That I said already, xylem is known as water conducting tissue, and in xylem that contain four components: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and last one xylem fibers. Fibers are nothing but thread-like structures, very hard in structure. Almost the fibers that will give what provides the strength to the plant, that provides the support to the plants. Which one? Fibers. Why? Because fibers are thread-like structures, very hard in structure. Now, just to observe these three: tracheids, vessels, and xylem parenchyma. These tracheids are long, elongated in structure, and one another that are placed there. And these xylem, in xylem, tracheids and vessels both contain the pits. Here, these pits helps to transport the water easily. Because of that reason, in four components of the xylem, only first two, tracheids and vessels, that helps to conduct the water in plants. And next two are there, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. One that helps to store the food and also helps to sideways of water, and another one that helps to provide a structural support to the plant. Which one? Xylem fibers. Now observe this xylem parenchyma, third one. Here it contains the nucleus, also it contains the cytoplasma. And xylem is known as water conducting tissue in two types. This is about which one? Xylem. This xylem is known as water conducting tissue. Tissue name is xylem, but which one that helps to absorb the water? That one is in plants. Which parts? Roots. Roots helps to absorb the water. Root helps to absorb the water. Water is absorbed by roots. Then, with the help of which tissue that transport? That is mainly done by xylem. Because of that reason, xylem is known as water conducting tissue. With the help of their two components, tracheids and vessels, that easily conducts the water. From roots to the all parts of the plant. From roots to the all part of the plant. See, again you just observe the diagram. Now I will draw this diagram. See, now here that I said roots are absorbing the water. Then, with the help of the tissue, just you think it is a ground layer. This is the stem part of the plant, and these are the branches. Like this, it is plant. It is okay. Branches, stem part. Here the roots are present. These roots are present in soil, grounds, inside the ground. Okay, soil. This is the stem part, where these roots in plant that helps to receive the water. From the soil. Then these roots are connected to stem, where inside the stem it contains the tissue. Which tissue? Xylem. That xylem tissue, with the help of their components like tracheids and vessels, that easily conducts the water from roots to the all parts of the plant. And the movement of water in plant, it is always down to upwards in unidirectional. It is unidirectional. Unidirectional means in only one way. That one is in which way? From down to upward, from roots to all parts of the plant. Xylem easily transports the water. Roots are absorbing only water. Then after that, which tissue that helps to conduct the water in plant? That one is done by xylem. So xylem is known as water conducting tissue. In which way that conducts the water? It is unidirectional. Unidirectional. From where to where? From roots to all part. Means from down to upward. Here the another process is there that we call ascent of sap. Ascent means upward movement, sap means a liquid tissue fluid. Here commonly we know it as water. Ascent of sap is a process. Which type of process means upward movement of water and minerals from roots to all parts. Again I am telling upward movement of water and minerals from where it starts from roots to the all parts of the plant. These are the roots that easily helps to conduct the water. Then it is connected with the stem. That stem contains xylem. That xylem contains four components. From that four components, which two helps to conduct the water? Tracheids and vessels. Why? Because just now only I said tracheids and vessels are long, elongated structures that contain the pits. These pits are nothing but as holes that easily transport the water from roots to all parts of the plant. Then we call it as in which direction? Unidirectional, from down to upward. This is about a water conducting tissue. Now, yesterday we discussed about a process. Which one? Transpiration. Which process? Transpiration. Transpiration is a process that takes place in plants. In which parts? That takes place in plants. Aerial parts. Aerial parts are nothing but as leaves. From aerial parts, the excess amount of water from the plant body that releases in the form of water vapors. That releases excess amount of water from the plant body in the form of water vapors into the environment. That process is called as transpiration. That process is called as transpiration. In leaf, which part that helps for transpiration means yesterday we discussed that one. Which one? Stomata. Stomatas are present in the leaf. These stomatas are very small, tiny pores. See, this is a leaf. In this leaf, the outer surface of this leaf means epidermis. That epidermis contains small, tiny pores that we call stomata. Yesterday I said stomata there are two types, open and closed form. With the help of which part of the stomata that helps to open and close? That one is two kidney-shaped or bean-shaped structure. Kidney-shaped and bean-shaped structure in stomatas are called as guard cells. That guard cells helps to open and close. With the help of stomata in a leaf that releases excess amount of water in the form of water vapors from the aerial parts of the plant. That one is known as transpiration. So this is completely about water conducting tissue. Which one? Xylem. Xylem is a type of complex permanent tissue that helps to conduct the water in plants. Now we will move towards the second one. Which one? Phloem. Here in phloem helps to transport the food. Phloem helps to transport the food. Because of that reason, phloem is known as food tissue. Phloem is known as which type of tissue? Phloem is known as food conducting tissue. See. Now I will explain about phloem. Phloem that helps to transport the food. So phloem is known as food conducting tissue. Here phloem contains four components. Already I said one is sieve tubes, companion cells, and another one third one, phloem parenchyma, and fourth one, phloem fibers. Phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. In xylem, I said there are four components: trichates, vessels, parenchyma, fibers. From these four, only one is living. That one is xylem parenchyma. Like in the way, in phloem, all are living cells except these fibers. This one is known as dead cells. Okay. Now, see here. In phloem, trichates and vessels helps to conduct the water. Same in the way, in phloem, these two cells, which one? Sieve tubes and companion cells helps to conduct the food. Helps to conduct the food. Where xylem helps to conduct the water from roots to all parts. From roots to all parts. But phloem helps to conduct the food from leaf to all other parts of the plant. All other parts of the plant. All other parts of the plant. Which one? Phloem. Phloem is known as the water conducting tissue that conducts the water mainly from leaf to all other parts of the plant. But xylem from roots to all parts. That also from down to upward in xylem. But here in phloem, it is in both directions. But in xylem, it is unidirectional. But here it is bidirectional or multidirectional. Why? Because in phloem, food transports from leaf to all other parts. That one is down to upwards, also upward to downwards. Also upward to downwards. So here it is known as bidirectional. Bidirectional in only phloem, down to upwards, upward to downwards. Unidirectional in xylem, down to upwards, roots to all parts. Here, leaf to all other parts of the plant. That process is known as translocation. Which process? Here I will write. The process name is translocation. Translocation is a process where the product of photosynthesis is nothing but as food only. Okay. Product of photosynthesis transport from transporter pass. Okay. Pass from leaf to all other parts of the plant. This process is known as translocation. This process is known as which one? Translocation. Product of photosynthesis means what? Product of photosynthesis is nothing but as food. And why it starts from only leaf? Why? Because photosynthesis that takes place in leaf only. Why it takes place in leaf? Again, leaf. It is in which color? It is in green color. Why it is in green color? Because of the presence of green colored pigment chlorophyll. Green colored pigment chlorophyll. This chlorophyll also helps for the absorption of or also helps to receive sunlight. Because of that reason, photosynthesis always it takes place in leaf. Already while I am explaining simple permanent tissue parenchyma, at that time I said in parenchyma sometimes the tissue that is filled with the chlorophyll such are known as chlorenchyma. with air, that one is known as parenchyma. This is about the process of transportation of food, the material, food materials from where to where, from leaf to all other parts of the plant. That process is known as translocation. Phloem contains how many components? Phloem contains four components. Which four components? Sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. Xylem, that are there are also four components. Which four components are present in xylem? Tracheates, vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers. Now, here I will draw the structure of the phloem. Once you observe that structure, the diagram, once you observe that phloem diagram, okay. See, now I will draw the diagram of the phloem. This is the side wall of the phloem. This is the structure of section of a phloem. Okay. This is the structure of section of a phloem. Very easy diagram that you can practice in your home also. See the structure of this one. These are the inside parts present in a phloem. See here. Here also it contains a parts, like the different types of the parts present here. Now I will write which parts are present in xylem. Okay. So this is about the structure of phloem section, a section of a phloem that contain a different types of parts, like the components of the phloem. With components of the phloems are nothing but as there are four components: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. Here, see, this one is known as sieve tubes. Here it is known as a sieve plate. Here it is known as sieve plate. What is mean by sieve plate? Sieve plates are nothing but as entire porous plate. Entire porous plate that contain sieve tubes. That one is known as sieve plates. These are the structure. This one is known as sieve plates. Then here this one is known as sieve tubes. Sieve tubes. Then phloem parenchyma. This outer structure is known as phloem parenchyma. This outer structure is known as phloem parenchyma, and the next one companion cells. Here this one is known as companion cells. See the structure. This is the section of the phloem. The diagram name is section of phloem. Four components: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. In that, these are the parts present in section of the phloem. One is sieve tubes. A group of sieve tubes are, that one is known as a sieve plate. Then this outer structure, that one is known as a phloem parenchyma, and last, that one is known as phloem fibers. Here, phloem fibers are known as dead. That phloem fibers are known as dead and very hard and rigid in structure. And phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers and phloem parenchymas are different. Parenchyma are known as living parenchyma cells associated with helps for storage of food. Which one? This phloem parenchyma helps and storage of food. Which one? Phloem parenchyma. Then companion cells. Starting only I said first two components of the phloem. Which one? Sieve tubes and companion cells. Sieve tubes and companion cells both helps to conduct the food or product of photosynthesis from where to where? From leaf to all other parts of the plant. All other parts of the plant that transport the food in both directional. Both direction, upwards to downwards, down to upward. That one is known as bidirectional. Which process here it is there? Translocation. Translocation is a process. The product of photosynthesis transports from leaf to all other parts. This is a section of the phloem. Just you see here, all parts are present. Sieve tubes. The outer structure is phloem parenchyma. These are known as companion cells. See here. Sieve tubes, companion cells, sieve tubes, and again companion cells. Both are connected here. These both helps for conduction of food, and these sieve tubes are covered by a phloem parenchyma. That phloem parenchyma helps to store the food, and these phloem parenchymas are again covered by a layer, that one is called phloem fibers, that will give a supportive structure and that protects from mechanical injury. Which one? Phloem fibers. This is about the two types of complex permanent tissue. One is xylem, water conducting tissue, and another one is phloem, food conducting tissue. Last time again I am telling four components of the xylem: tracheids, vessels, parenchyma, fibers. In phloem, four components: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers. In both last two are same: xylem parenchyma, phloem parenchyma, xylem fibers, phloem fibers. But in both first two are different: tracheids, vessels, companion cells, sieve tubes. In first two only, in xylem first two like tracheids and vessels helps to conduct the water. Same in the way in phloem, first two components, companion cells and sieve tubes, helps to conduct the food. So phloem is known as a food conducting tissue and xylem is known as water conducting tissue, and these two are also known as vascular bundles. These two are also known as vascular bundles. Okay, this is about what? Xylem and phloem, complex permanent tissue. Tomorrow we will discuss which one? Animal tissues. Here we completed plant tissues including meristematic tissue, apical, intercalary, lateral, then permanent tissue. In permanent tissue, two types: simple permanent, complex permanent. In simple permanent, again three types: parenchyma, parenchyma, sclerenchyma. Then complex permanent tissue, xylem and phloem. And related to this here, we have an activity 6.3. Okay, Tomorrow I will discuss this activity 6.3. Now I will discuss some in-text questions related to only plant tissues. Okay, related to only plant tissues. See here in page number 69. Then we have a in-text question. First one is what is tissue? First one is what is a tissue? That you know. What is tissue means? Tissue is a group of cells. Very simple answer. Tissue is known as group of cells that helps to perform different kind of functions. Then second one is what is the utility of tissues in multicellular organisms? Just to think, we human beings and animals are known as multicellular organisms, where there we have different kind of functions, and because of that reason, then here we are asking the question: what is the utility of tissues in multicellular organism? Like what is the utility? Means that mainly helps for division of labor. Here I will write answer. First one is division of labor, and second one is higher organization. Second one is higher organization, and the next one is higher survival. Higher survival means that also depends on their habitat. Then next one is individual cells. Individual cells, they have their individual functions. They perform some different kind of functions. This is the main utility of tissues in multicellular organism. These two are the in-text questions from page number 69. Then after that, there we have next in-text questions in page number 74. That in page number 74, 4 in-text questions are there. Page number 74, there 4 in-text questions are there. About these 4 in-text questions with activity 6.3 we'll discuss tomorrow along with animal tissues. About this we'll discuss tomorrow.